Okay, welcome fellas. Look, we're going to review a couple of hands from last night. Apologies in advance. It's going to be a bit of an extended review. A couple of hands to get through here, but I think it's really important to look at these few hands for you kind of up and coming players, developing players. Because what I want to demonstrate here is how we might put together a strategy across a night and structure our action dependent on kind of the hands we've played against particular players earlier in the evening. So I hope you can take something away from this. Let's get into it. First hand here, hand 34. We're in early position with kings. We love kings. We'd much rather be in later position. But look, we're still very happy with what we've got here. Two ways to play this really. Firstly, you could limp here, okay, and hope for a raise from someone in ladder position. Look to attack that raise with a 3-bet. It's a pretty dangerous strategy though, right? Because you could end up going to a flop against a lot of players for a relatively low value pot if it limps around. So we prefer to raise here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to bump it up to 80 cents. Now, in hindsight, given the penchant people have for calling in this on this table, could have gone a bit higher here, but nonetheless, that's where we are. And we like this flop, right? Okay, we're not too concerned here. The flush draw's on board. Of course, this is the PokerBar app, so you can never be too confident in your hand. But when Eben leads out here, we put him on a 6 or maybe a flush draw. He's ahead of us, putting money into the pot, so we're just going to call here and let him keep building this pot for us. We don't mind this 10. Very few players should have 10-6 here. So again, we're just going to call and look to take some money off him at the river. We'll attack that river card. Now, unfortunately here, it's PokerBar app, right? So, you shouldn't be any surprised at all to see the worst card in the deck fall here. So it's the 6 of spades. So both the flush and, get home here. And if he had top pair, trips get home too. So, a really bad card for us. But we should be expecting the unexpected. Look here, Eben ships it all in. If the flush had got home or trips had got home, we'd probably call it down, but given they both got home here, really pretty simple decision. You've got to lay it down. Part of being a good player is laying down those premium hands, not getting too attached to those premium hands. So we're going to make the lay down here. Now, credit where credit's due. Eben showed the bluff, the King Jack, 3-barrel bluff. Well played. But let's think about how the night progresses. Okay, second hand here, fellas. Hand 54. We've got ace 9. Okay, we're just going to call here. That was suited. We might put in a raise, but no reason to get too excited with ace 9. We'll just look to take a flop, and it's a good flop for us. Okay, we've got top pair, reasonable kicker. So we're going to put in a bet here and, extract some value from those weaker holdings. We get 2 callers and the 9 of spades comes home. So we don't really like this 9 of spades. The flushes got home. We have made 2 pair. Could very easily be a counterfeit card. And then Eben leads out. Now, so we're just going to call it off, be a little bit passive, okay, given that flush got home, and look to see what happens on the river. Now, on the river, Eben's checking it. So that's showing a little bit of weakness. We can smell it a little bit of weakness coming through. Plus, we know that Eben was leading out some dubious holdings. So we're not really going to put too much, take too much away from his turned lead. So what we're going to do here is, while there's a lot of stronger hands on the board, we're going to lead out and look to extract some thin value. So $2 goes in. And what I want to you guys to take away from this is how you can think about that lead earlier in the day, and how that kind of governs your action here to extract that thin value to make sure you're kind of heading on the path to profitability for your night. Okay, final hand to review here, fellas. So Eben's going to raise it up to 60 cents. We've got the 6-7 offsuit, so connected. We're just going to call here. We're pretty confident. We're going to have callers behind, and that's going to make this call a reasonably profitable strategy for us. Obviously, when we've got these connected cards, we're looking to hit straights, and we get a lovely flop here. We've got the ace on board, which is good. Eben's a tight player, so we actually want him to hit here, because if we make our straight, we want to extract value. And we're up and down. So what we're looking for here is an 8 or 3 on the turn. So The dollar goes in. While we're not getting direct pot odds to call here, as I mentioned, we're pretty sure we've got good implied odds here. So we're pretty comfortable Evans probably hit this board. And if we hit our straight, we're going to extract some value. So we're going to comfortably put in the call here. And this is where we are now on the turn. We get our 8, and we're very happy here, right? We've got the nuts, the nutter butters. We're doing a little happy dance, okay? So we're going to look to see what Eben does, and he puts in the bet of $3. Now, this is where we think about the action earlier in the night, okay, where Eben bluffed us off those kings. That, together with the fact that we think he's hit this board pretty hard here, he's got the ace, means we can comfortably put in the raise at this point. We don't want to slow play this. Eben's going to think we're trying to bully him off the hand because he, as a revenge bully, so we can easily kind of beef this up here, feed him a little bit of rope, okay, and see if we can get him to hang himself. And there it is, fellas. He's put it all in. We've got the nuts, okay. We're nothing to do here but call the bank manager, tell him to expect a deposit tomorrow morning. Okay, so we're going to call that off. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, fellas. Battery's done. I got to go. Sorry. Bye.